Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Colossal Community Podcast. We are back from our short summer break because we needed it from the last episode, right, Becky?
Yeah, that was a good episode.
Who plays cornhole? I like the degree cluster.
I want to know who played over the 4th of July. That's what I'm interested in.
Yeah. So we are live here tonight at the Hofford. We're at a different location tonight in the Hofford. And we are located near Whitesport, Pennsylvania. And tonight we're continuing our Summer Fun series. So far we talked about hiking on the D&L Trail. We played cornhole. And tonight we're talking about Astronomy and Adult Kickball League. That we'll be talking about in the second half hour. Plus, Becky, we have a winner for our second annual ice cream flavor battle. We'll be announcing that. And you'll have a chance to win a gift card to Corner Cone Ice Cream tonight. It's the 5th gift card that they gave us. So stay tuned for more information on how you can win that. So we are going to talk about that. Plus we have lots of information to give out from Colossal Radio and the podcast. We've got lots of things coming up. The radio station is busy and we're going to share all that information so you don't miss it. But tonight we're going to start with a group called Astronomy in the Community. Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you for
having us, yeah.
If you want to introduce yourselves.
So I'm Dad, Claudio M. Steele. This is Ava Steele.
I wanted to. Oh, I thought you were gonna do like a whole like monologue spiel about like your character or whatever. Yeah, Ava Steele.
I'm Claudio T. Steele.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
We are Astronomy in the Community. We're a local outreach program teaching astronomy to local residents and beyond. It began in August of 2023 as Claudio's Eagle Scout project with Polk Township as the service project beneficiary. Claudio, you want to tell us a little bit about it?
So I've been like an astronomy kid all my life, involved with science, and in 2014 I was 7 years old. I got my first telescope, and I joined the Boy Scouts. I think around 2018. Yeah, in 2018 I joined the Boy Scouts, and I sort of found my love for astronomy more there. And for my Eagle Scout project, I wanted to make astronomy more accessible to my local community, and that's what we did. We had many great sponsors, a lot of people and organizations contributed to this project, and I'm really proud of what we've been able to do.
In 2024, Ava expanded on the program with making microscopes and telescopes available for free to lend out at the Western Oakland Community Library for her Girl Scout Gold Award project.
Yeah. So my Girl Scout Gold Award project is pretty much an expansion of astronomy in the community, where we established a microscope and telescope rental program for the Western Pocono Community Library. So you will be able to rent out a microscope or a telescope like how you'd rent out a book for free. And for the rentals that we have available, we have an Olympus microscope, 2 Celestrons, and an 8-inch Celestron Dobsonian, and a Zoom-L 130 millimeter Dobsonian. And the C-Star, and the C-Star S50, which is a very new piece of technology, very new telescope. Takes good pictures.
That telescope is good for the moon and deep sky objects, and with the proper filter on it, you can also use the sun as a white light filter.
Yeah. I don't want to get too into like my own experiences with microscopes because I feel like that's going to come up later.
I think it's more like...
Yeah. But the reason that I wanted to establish a rental program in the library is mainly because of how difficult it is to actually get acquainted with this very expensive equipment, and that kind of that financial barrier really really distances people from these types of sciences, and I wanted to bridge that gap. I wanted to bridge the gap between people who were passionate but were unable or hesitant to purchase this heavy equipment. And I also wanted to introduce people who were previously just unfamiliar with microscopes and telescopes, because and in doing so, we have established the only lentil program in a library that it has microscopes and telescopes available, and ones that have microscopes, ones that have rental programs with either microscopes or telescopes are very sparse in the United States already. So I think being able to bridge that gap is very important, and it's kind of a rare opportunity that I wanted to, give to the public.
Question: how do you have a program or anything that when people do rent them, they understand how to operate, how to use them?
Yes, we do have. We alongside the equipment that's being rented, we do have these
pamphlets.
These pamphlets.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we do have these pamphlets. And have you gotten to making YouTube videos that you would have linked, or did you?
I have personally done so. That's going to be a family project.
Right.
So not quite done yet.
To your point about bridging the gap, though, astronomy and microscopy can be rather challenging because it's an expensive hobby.
Yeah.
And many people make the mistake of buying too cheap of a telescope and immediately ruins their experience. With Claudia's program, we have access to really large, very professional grade telescopes, and it really allows people to see what is possible through those kinds of telescopes. And Ava's program brings down realistic consumer-grade telescopes, something that, for example, a Celestron 8-inch Dobsonian may cost $800. That's a good price for a good telescope, but people may often find themselves going for that cheaper $200 telescope, where the $800 is the better realistic starting point. And Ava's program makes that available for free.
And he's speaking from experience, right? Because he back when Claudia was first getting himself familiar with astronomy and interested in interest for it, he went and bought a cheap telescope that he.
Not cheap. It wasn't cheap.
Oh, it wasn't cheap.
It was difficult.
Oh.
That's the other side.
Oh yeah.
And it's a good point because although I researched and spent a good chunk of money, I think it was about, at the time it was a $400 telescope. Right now it's $600 or so.
Yeah.
But really there was a barrier that it's operated by a computer, and it took a very long time trying to overcome that learning curve. And so if you can imagine U7 and U6 or 5 running around at nighttime behind me, and I'm sweating trying to figure out what to do, and the thing never worked. So over time, it really became evident that an 8-inch knob is the perfect starter scope. You get rid of the computer, you take the telescope, you point it to the object, and there it is.
Definitely, yeah.
To re-emphasize, my Eagle Scout project, a big part of it was building the shed to house the telescopes, and we do the star parties at the Polk Township North Field, which is on the same Polk Township Road north of the municipal building.
Yeah. Don't you even have like events where it's like bring your own telescope, so
Right.
it's like if you have no idea how to operate it, we can try to figure it out for you. And how do you get the most out of it?
And like Dad said, we have telescopes donated, contributed to us by organizations such as the Lehigh Valley Amateur Astronomical Society and Celestron to bring out the more advanced equipment to show the community.
One of our biggest sponsors, the Charlie Bay Solar Astronomy Project, awarded Claudio with a very special 90mm orthogonal solar max 3 telescope. And it's a very special telescope because it's only for viewing the sun. And it's only for viewing the sun in a very special wavelength of light.
It's the hydrogen alpha.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm not sure what.
So it allows you to see the sun in a very narrow bandwidth of light in the red spectrum. I don't know the exact number.
I think it's approximately 652.20 nanometers. So very specific wavelength of light, and when we host star parties viewing the sun, or we do a lot of outreach programs, and when we get people to see the sun through the telescope, it's a very cool experience because a lot of people don't know that the sun can be viewed at all with a telescope with the right filters. It is pretty common knowledge that you should not view the sun through a telescope, and that is generally good advice because so you definitely need the proper filters on the telescope for you to be able to view the sun safe.
But also, a lot of people don't even know that there's stuff to look at on the sun at all, including me, until we actually started, leveling up our equipment and learning about technology specific for viewing the sun, for solar viewing.
Like in H alpha, for example, you can see prominences or these streams of plasma shooting out into space that are each the size of 3 to 10 planet Earths. So you'll see these little hairs at the edges of the sun while you're looking through a telescope. You wouldn't be able to do that on a normal telescope, even with a big filter. So it's a really special telescope. You can see the sunspots. You can also see spicules, which are the same plasma shooting sort of at you, though from a different perspective.
I feel like if you were to ask me a couple years ago if I wanted to go, take a look at the sun, I would have been like, what? Why would I need to look at the sun? It's just a giant yellow ball and there's nothing on it. It's just light. But, and I feel like that's a mindset that a lot of people have in general. And, programs like what we're doing in the Charlie Day Solar Astronomy project are, once again, giving people the opportunity to actually, see, the sun isn't just that. I'm thinking the sun is
It's a white star.
It's a white,
It interacts with the Earth's atmosphere to make it appear yellow, especially during the sunrise hours. And a big thing that I really like about solar viewing with the telescopes is that the sun looks different on a telescope depending on which wavelength of light it's being viewed by. So we have the hydrogen alpha with the prominences, plasma shooting out from the sun, and we have the white light filter, which it's the same filter as the solar glasses you would use during an eclipse, where it blocks out 99.99% of all visible light to make it so you can only see the sun, and you can also see the magnetic. The sunspots, but the magnetic storms that are happening on the sun. And also we have a calcium K module. So near ultraviolet light.
Yeah, I like that one the best.
So, Becky, are you learning anything?
I'm learning a lot, but I still don't know if I'm willing to go look at the sun.
You gotta hang out with the pros.
I guess, I would, it would intimidate me. I feel like I would end up blinding myself.
It's really beautiful. Once you see it, you won't be able to. You'll just love it right away.
All right, this month is National Ice Cream Day, and we have some facts and a trivia question for you guys. Some facts here. The average number of licks for a single scoop of ice cream is 50 licks to complete a single scoop of ice cream. And an ice cream cone was invented in 1904 at the World's Fair in St. Louis. And chocolate syrup is the most popular topping on ice cream. And the first written ice cream recipe was found in a recipe book that dates back to 1665.
Wow.
So trivia question here, first half hour. What came first, chocolate flavor or vanilla flavor?
I think
My guess is chocolate, because vanilla doesn't have like a ton of ingredients. Or is it just one?
I would say my reasoning for vanilla is because Europeans discovered chocolate in the Americas, so maybe they had vanilla beforehand.
Yeah, maybe. Did you say chocolate? Did you say chocolate flavoring for ice cream specifically, or just chocolate flavoring in general?
Chocolate ice cream flavor.
Chocolate. Okay.
So where does vanilla come from? Madagascar? So if vanilla is from Madagascar, then probably would have had more contact with Caribbean.
We might.
Yeah.
Whereas chocolate comes from Mesoamerican culture, right? Which is South American, and it would have taken Europeans much longer to reach.
But like,
My answer is I don't know, but
Yeah.
I'm going with vanilla.
Now you got me thinking because I'm trying to think of when chocolate was used as when chocolate, because when I think of chocolate and I just think cocoa beans, but I'm trying to figure out when cocoa beans were essentially added to sugar, milk, and made into a flavoring.
All right, the correct answer is chocolate.
I win!
It was dating back to 1693.
Okay.
And vanilla was created in 1775.
I did not know vanilla was. Well, maybe, I don't know if it is from Madagascar. I was second guessing myself because
You owe me
maybe I was using.
all of your money.
I think I was looking at it from too much of a Eurocentric.
I don't owe you anything. You lost.
All
Yeah.
right, do you guys have any events coming up for any stories?
So we try to host regular star parties at least monthly. We are aiming for August 15th to have another star party. But the best thing, it really depends on if we're going to full township, but more importantly, it depends on the weather. So the best thing for our public to do is to follow our Facebook group, Astronomy Community, where we post all of our upcoming events. But some of the important events that we have coming up is that we'll be showing all of the equipment. We'll have solar and evening presentations at Elements Music and Art Festival on August 9th. That will be at the Pocono Raceway track in Long Pond, PA. Ava will be joining me at Carnival of the Arts in Kempton, PA from August 28th to September 1. It's a music festival, and we'll have our images displayed behind the box of the playing bands. And what else is going to be? Well, one thing that we had last year, but we don't have this year, is the Lehigh Valley Space Fest. We participated with Martin McGuire, and unfortunately we didn't do it this year because of scheduling. But October 11th and 12th, I do recommend going to their event because it's worthwhile as well.
Liquid astronomy.
No, not so much. I was one of those people that my parents taught me very cheap microscope as a child. It was plastic. My sister kicked it over. She wonders why we don't get along today. It started back then. No. I did make the attempt, but probably, as you said, it wasn't something that was a big purchase. It was more of a cheap present purchase. And it was fine. I got to see some things, but it was not anything that I was super wowed with. Probably, had I been that way, I'd probably be more interested today.
Come join us on the next star party.
Yeah, I might have to. That sounds really interesting. I mean, it's always something different to see, I'm sure, depending on how the weather is, what's, how the alignment of the planets could be, what, what I mean? I'm sure it's always something different to see.
I mean, it changes seasonally.
Yeah.
Something I personally recommend is the planet parade, where all the planets come in alignment, and that's really cool to see with the telescope.
That's
probably my favorite planet to see with the telescope is Saturn, because the rings are so visible through a telescope that it's very awe-inspiring, and also Jupiter, because with a good enough telescope, you can see the bands through Jupiter, and I mean, I'm not sure, like, the specifics of when the Great Red Spot is visible on Jupiter, but I would imagine it is visible, and because Jupiter rotates so fast that it probably is visible.
You'll be able to see it within 8 hours.
Yeah, because Jupiter rotates so fast.
Wow. Very cool.
And I think the first time I was wowed by astronomy and got so into it was seeing the moon, like, with and a really good telescope. I think it was the 18-inch Tinsley at Pulpit Rock at
Lehigh Valley.
the Lehigh Valley. That was like when I was really impressed by the contrast with the craters of the moon, and now with our 10-inch Meade LX200.
Yeah, we can show everybody.
Yeah, that one also has a really nice, like, the moon and like the planets as well.
Now I notice in your building telescope, there's a red light in there. Is there a reason you have a red light inside?
I can answer that. So, red light is the best for astronomers because when it's really dark in the night sky, your eyes adapt to it by, it's like your own sort of night vision, so you can clearly see the stars better. And then when something like a phone, or like blue light or white light comes, like when you're shining with like a blue or white light, that night vision gets like wiped away, and it takes like 20 or so minutes for it to so red light is the tamest, it's the longest wavelength, so it doesn't ruin the night vision.
If somebody's looking to get into astronomy like Becky, how would you get her started?
Come visit one of our star parties. We have these really fantastic telescopes with a 10-inch LX200. We have also Dobsonians available so that you can, while we're showing you the computerized ones, you and your family can play around with the Dobsonians, which is a hands-on experience. No worries about messing it up, because if you lose the planet, we'll help you find it again, or usually encourage the families to do it for themselves. That's how you learn.
And I was just gonna, my own thing. I gotta bring up my own thing. If you like it, if you get used to it, you could rent it for a while. At the library.
I definitely recommend checking out what we have posted on Astronomy in the Community, our Facebook page, where we posted things like the April 8th, 2024 solar eclipse. That was the total solar eclipse. Is that on our Facebook page with the time lapse of the?
Yes, we were able to do a 2-minute video. The 4-hour event shaved down to 2 minutes. So you can see through a nice telescope, we were able to film the whole thing, and then add totality, we were able to take out the filter, film the full event, and then as the moon faded past that moment, then we were able to put the filter back on. So that is on our Facebook group. And bonus, that was my 50th birthday. So I got to bring the family to the path of totality and spend a full weekend.
He made a whole T-shirt for it.
That's very cool. So do you hope to expand, or do you hope that your idea goes to other libraries, that more of them look into doing something similar?
Yeah, definitely. Because ultimately we are, while we do get contributions from kind people, we are ultimately doing this for just the love of the game. We are very passionate about this, and I genuinely want other people to not only get invested themselves, but also maybe take inspiration from what we do. So I don't know. I think the world could definitely benefit from bridging the gap between people and the technology.
Yeah, that's why I made like the Eagle Scout project, and continuing it to this day in the first place is to make everything accessible for everyone and get people inspired and curious about astronomy, and with you, microscopy and astronomy as well through the library. So it's something I want more people to know about and definitely be interested in.
I guess accessibility is really our motto.
So what are your plans after high school? Do you plan on getting into this more or into another field?
I guess.
You can answer first.
No, I
Alright, so for after high school, I plan on going to university at Clarkson University up in upstate New York. I'm going into aerospace, so definitely in theme with astronomy, and since aerospace is a very broad field, I'm hoping to find something that like really hones in on my interest, whether it be with astronomy or something I like really pick up during college, and hope to continue that as a career.
Is there anything that you specifically when you're looking at aerospace?
I like satellites, like seeing what we've been able to do with telescopes in space. That's really interesting to me, and also like how telescopes work with the system design and like how it captures the light and gives you that image.
Is there anything related to electromagnetism?
I think, yeah, that's a hard one for me, but I'm definitely going to be learning all about that.
You better, and then give me all of that information.
What about you, Ava?
Me? Okay. So I definitely have a much less narrow view on what I'm actually going to be doing after high school. But what I want to do is I want to go to a college out of state, somewhere in Europe, maybe Sweden, Switzerland, Germany, somewhere, because they do have a lot of specifically STEM-related colleges, and it'd be nice to go out of state. I guess the more realistic option would be pharmaceutical fields. I guess the one career path that I've been kind of parroting for a while is psychopharmacology, which is it's medicine related to yes, the brain.
Yeah.
We'll put it that way, the brain. So that's the more realistic option. But honestly, my dream is a very competitive field related to astrobiology, and it's something that NASA offers as a legitimate career. Astrobiology relates to my primary interest, which is speculative biology, and speculative biology is a branch of science fiction that pretty much conceptualizes what life might look like under different circumstances on different planets. But anything related to that field, and I really enjoy that, and I like when it's portrayed realistically and I like to go with depth. But astrobiology is kind of the more realistic version of that science fiction, where it's legitimate speculation or research on what alien life could be like and potential living environments whether in exoplanets or super Earths or anything like that. And that is definitely it's a highly competitive field, and it's also pretty rare. And it's literally NASA. It's definitely more unlikely than something like.
I think you got what it is.
I'm very passionate about speculative biology. That is my thing. That is what I will talk about for hours.
All right. Very interesting. You guys were full of knowledge, and I can say that I learned a lot. And Becky probably learned a lot.
I did, yeah.
And thank you guys for coming on. And is there a way, your Facebook page to have it?
The most important way to reach us, and you can also use Messenger to contact us directly, but our Facebook group, Astronomy in the Community, is the best way to stay in touch with us and see what is upcoming in future very much.
All right, we'll hope to see you at an event. It's very interesting, and we'll check it out. And thank you guys for coming on.
Thank you for the
Yeah.
opportunity.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to go to a commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to announce the winner of the ice cream flavor from our bracket battle, and we're going to be talking about kickball. So stay tuned.
Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you.
She's been involved in real estate since 2007. It's what just some of the clients are saying. He stands out from the others. Extremely knowledgeable of townships and properties in the area. Including her part of the team. It's Kristen Hofford, owner and broker of Iron Valley Real Estate Northeast Property. Kristen and her team at Iron Valley Real Estate will help you navigate the buying or selling process. Let's face it, it can be stressful. But Iron Valley Real Estate Northeast is with you every step of the way, helping you make the best engineering decision. Covering the greater Lehigh Valley, Concord, Monroe, and Smith County areas. It's Iron Valley Real Estate Northeast in Hofford. Check out their listings at ironvalleyrealestatenortheast.com.
All right, welcome back to Colossal Community Podcast. If you've been on our Facebook page for the last 2 weeks, you know that we had a battle bracket going on with 16 flavors of ice cream. And every day I posted 2 flavors for you to vote on. Last year we had Tea Berry that won by 1 vote against Mint Chocolate Chip. And Mint Chocolate Chip made it into the final again this year, but it was up against Reese's Peanut Butter Cups this year. And with 325 votes, Reese's Peanut Butter Cup is your champion for this year's ice cream bracket battle. So Mint Chocolate lost by 195 votes. It lost last year by 1 vote, so big difference this year. You were hoping for Mint Chocolate Chip.
I don't like peanut butter. Yeah, I think it's really disgusting. Like, I can't stand the smell of it, like, all of it. And I know people love it, and they love it with chocolate, which I think is even worse of a combination to do.
All right. Also, during the time of voting, there are certain days that I picked that if you voted for a flavor, your name was entered on the wheel. We gave gift cards from Corner Cone on Mahoney Street. They graciously gave us 5 gift certificates to give away. We gave 4 out during the voting, and tonight we are going to give out the 5th one. If you are the first person to email us at Colossal Community Podcast at gmail.com, you will win the 5th gift card. So email us at colossalcommunitypodcast@gmail.com. If you're the first one to email, you will win the 5th and final gift card from Corner Cone, and we would like to thank them again for giving us an opportunity to do that. We have an event coming up August 16th. It's called the Crusher Challenge. It's the 2nd annual Crusher Challenge, where you choose up to 12 different scoops of ice cream, 1 cup of sprinkles or peanuts, chocolate syrup, whipped cream, and a cherry. The contestants who compete in the challenge, if they finish it in under 15 minutes, they will receive their money back and a Corner Cone t-shirt. First place winner will also receive a $50 gift certificate to Corner Cone. You must pre-register by August 9th at Corner Cone to select your flavors. So again, if you are into ice cream and when to eat 12 scoops of ice cream in under 15 minutes. I don't know if I can do that one.
No, I would vomit. I did, however, on Saturday had their ice cream.
Yeah.
And I asked for a small in a waffle cone, and it was tremendous. And I'm like, there's no way this is a small. It was like dinner in a cone.
Right.
I was like, somebody gave me this. Like, I was like, I just want a small vanilla with sprinkles, because my inner child was just coming out in a waffle cone. And I was actually like, you got that like the waffle cone, and ice cream was like inside it, more cone than ice cream. That's not what happened. I had lots of ice cream. It was delicious, just a lot.
All right, we'd like to introduce our second guest. It's our favorite childhood game from recess. Are representing the Lehighton Adult Kickball League, and they're here to tell us all about it. Please introduce yourself and tell us about the group.
So my name is Sarah Matika. I am the captain of Suck My Kick. We have a lot of fun names in the league.
We're a family
I enunciated. We're a new team this year, so we have a lot of fun names in the league.
My name is Stephen Hopp. I'm the captain of Rolling Bunts. Like Sarah said, we have a lot of interesting names. We have Slime Time, we have Bulgarians, we have Pitch Please, we have Bombs Away. I think that's everybody.
There's been some fun ones over the years.
Yeah.
That's just this year.
So tell us about the Adult Kickball League. How did it get started? And
So it actually started in 2019 by Jen Lavasso, George Everett, and then Alicia, and also Tara Trainer. They just wanted something fun to do for adults, something that wasn't overly physically demanding, because we all know, even if we try and put it in our backyard, you're huffing and puffing asking for that O2, and please help me, don't call the ambulance. So you don't have to run that far, and it's good for any age. So it started in 2019, we're going into this year, we even played during COVID. It's always a lot of fun. We get new people every year. I've met so many people over the years. Amazing relationships that just kind of continue to grow. And there's a lot of trash talking, which probably are looking at the two biggest trash talkers in the league sitting right in front of you. But we have a lot of fun. So it's going in. Steven's really been doing a great job trying to promote the league and kind of get us out to the valley. A lot of these leagues are really prominent down in the Allentown area, and not so much up around here. So we're trying to bring people from there a little bit closer to our home homes. So that's what he's taking over.
The best thing about this league is co-ed. What I don't like, I don't see right now, there's not enough women, so women, don't be shy. Please come out and play. We need you.
There's Stacy.
They're not lying when you say you can't live with them, you can't live without them. So please do not be shy. Don't discriminate, we don't make fun. Like Sarah said, it's just a bunch of fun. This year we got 6 teams. I know in the previous, I think they had about 10. Last year, I believe we had 6, so the same 6 remaining came back this year. With promoting and stuff, next year I know we'll have at least, if the same 6 come back, we'll have at least 8 next year. With this all season, my goal is to get our league out there, and my goal is to have 10 teams to start next June. This season has been more of like a build season, and I see, like Sarah said, a lot of new faces. We got people driving from Central PA to the Danville area. That's about an hour and 20 minutes from here. And they show up every week. So if I'm driving an hour and 20 minutes, I better be having fun, or I'm not coming back.
Right.
So that's good to say. And we got people coming from Wilkes-Barre area, Stroudsburg. So it's all the teams are based from this area, but from mutual contact, it's people are coming in. So yeah.
It's a lot of fun. So the way we build it is you need 10 players, 3 need to be female. You can only get 2, we knock down the guys so that you can't cheat. So it's a lot of fun that way. I mean, it's all ages. You do have to be a minimum of 21 to play. There is some boozing going on, which definitely makes it a little more fun. Helps that trash talking.
Yeah.
But all ages play. I mean, I had to recruit my mom last week, and she did amazing. And I won't give away her age on air, but we'll just double me in. She did just fine. So we have people of all ages.
That's one of the good things about this league is You don't have to be that athletic, you know. I'm not saying very obnoxious she is. But what I'm saying is, like, you don't have to.
Shout out the rainbow.
I think the average age I would say in our league is probably 35, around the mid-30s. We do have, I have a guy on my team who's a little bit older, so there's really no upper age restriction. So it's nice when you can bring your mom out for a game, or your dad, or your uncle, or your aunt, stuff like that.
So yeah, we've been building every year. We have captains of all ages. I will admit some of us try to steal from each other, so a lot of us have been on 3 or 4 teams already. We're all just building every year to try and be the ultimate team, which is Slime Shine. I think they've won every year. Dang near close to it. I've come in second, I think, 4 years in a row now. So
Who's the captain of that team?
Anthony Rosino. So he's the one that we're done for this year. As every year, we have a motto. He's a great guy, great team. And that's the one thing. We can trash talk and it can get heated at times, but at the end, everyone's high-fiving. Everyone's having a great time. We're all supporting each other. It's the ultimate goal to get you out there to do something new. And we're really fortunate to have the support of East Bend Sporting Club, who's let us use their field the last 7 years now. So, and they usually have food. You go in there and have drinks after and celebrate, continue the trash talking, and with your sore legs and feeling like you're going to be broken the next day. They'll even give you ice. I've asked for that. They're very generous. So, and Tylenol, they have that as well. So
we wrapped up our regular season this past Sunday. We had a great day. Thought the weather was going to push us off the week. Rain held off until we left. It started raining as soon as I left. And that takes us to our next event, which is on August 10th, which happens to be our playoffs. Another cool thing about this league is you don't have to have so many wins to make playoffs. Every team makes it. And it's a double elimination, so you're guaranteed at least 3 games. So that's what's nice about trying to get those guys from the valley to make that drive worth it, is you're playing these 2 games. And we did double headers this year, so you're playing about an hour, 20 minutes worth of field time compared to your drive time. So it makes it worth it coming out. Same thing with playoffs, you do double elimination, 6 teams. Saturday we're starting Sunday, August 10th, we start at 10:45 in the morning. The championship is about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So it's all ready. So that's one of it's still 5:30, but
Mom always says it's not a race, it's a marathon. I'm learning that as I'm getting older.
What's nice about these playoffs is we have our games, and in between, we also bring a lot of yard games in. So we've got cornhole, can jam. This year, I'm bringing some horseshoes. So you get to play in between games, all the other stuff. You bring your family out. We throw a huge party in the top of East Bend for their banquet. So all this year we're doing a potluck, so all the players are bringing food. We get to enjoy all that, the whole night. We have a new ice cream truck locally, the Prominent. It's called Tasted Twistfully, or Tasted.
Tastefully twisted.
Tastefully Twisted. My apologies.
We actually had them at our block party.
Yeah, so they're going to come out to East Bend around 1:30 that day and serve for a couple hours.
They have really good ice cream there.
Shout out to Tom Zimmerman and Zimmerman Cherry. They're donating some teas for us. It's only up for playoffs.
If we can, the more support and more community members that come out and support that event, all the better. I mean, we encourage the trash talking, especially from the people who are coming to watch the games. We get the family out there, like you said, the yard games. We have family out there going at it. Sometimes we forget the game's going on and they're in a heated battle of cornhole. And it's just a lot of fun. It's a really, really fun day. Again, a nice way to bring the community together. A nice way to end summer because it's usually right before school starts. So it's one last hurrah before life gets serious and hard again. So we really, really enjoy it.
So do you practice at all? Do your teams get together and practice?
So some teams do. A lot of us have been in it for so long that we kind of know the ins and outs of it. But like I said, a lot of us built new teams this year. So the first game of the season is usually what do we need to fix and who needs to play where. There is so much strategy with kickball that I didn't even know existed. I thought it's just throw 10 people in a lineup, try and separate them and kick as far as you can. And You learn a lot over the years. So, not that bunting's encouraged, but it's definitely a skill that is used a lot in this league. And just, I mean, there's times where you think you're going to catch that ball, you have all day to catch it, and it bounces right off you. Everyone's laughing and cracking up. It's a good time. But yeah, it's really enjoyable. I mean, we laugh every week. When it was supposed to rain this weekend, my team was upset that they were going to cancel. Everyone was giving me heat about it. Like, you play rain, shine, it's muddy, you're getting all dirty, bring a change of clothes. It's really, really awesome experience.
What are your injuries?
So this year I did have her on my team. She ended up colliding with somebody trying to get them out, and she tore her ACL and meniscus. She's actually getting her full knee reconstruction on the 25th of August. So that's probably the worst.
That's the worst one, but it's usually brush
Well, it's
first.
usually brush burns, pulled hamstrings. The first week was a lot of like people holding their hamstrings. Other than that, there hasn't been really. I had a brush burn. Other than that,
So generally pretty safe is what you're saying.
You were in your stripes with your brush burn, whether it be you slid on purpose or you tripped and fell on your knees and got there's kind of a wide array of how you can get those. But yeah, generally very safe. Like I said, my mom was just out there. She tripped and fell. I saw a dust of smoke. So please get up. She did. We were all good. So it's a lot of fun, like I said, especially with the wide age range. It's amazing the athletic ability of some people. I hope I'm meeting happens with them.
And what is the oldest member on one of your teams?
mine.
I'm assuming your youngest is probably 21.
Yeah.
Right. So what's the oldest? If you could, yeah.
We've had a few that were 60 plus. I think
I
there's one here pushing 70. So yeah.
Like I said, you don't have to be the best, you don't have to be athletic, there's a spot for everybody. You just need more people to come out and just have fun. That's what it's all about. Speaking of fun, October 18th, we have a great Halloween event. This was something Sarah talked to me about last year, about throwing a costume game together. And, I thought, do it. No better way than to fundraise the league. It's $10 per person, and to keep teams fair, it's a draft style. So there's no teams. You get, however many people, you get captains, and you get selected on a team. So please come out to that. It starts about 10:30 in the morning. You get drafted at 11 o'clock to start. All-day event. It just fortunately happens that same night, East Bend has a live band playing. So after you're done playing kickball, you can go in and party it up. There you go. The age requirement for that is still 21 plus. You're going to wear a costume, make sure it's a blow-up costume. Now you can wear whatever you want, but blow-ups is going to be the funniest.
Yeah.
I got mine. I know what I am. I'm excited.
I always wanted to put a little blow-up dino ones.
Oh, yeah.
But I never pulled the trigger on mine one. Maybe this is the universe telling me to do it.
I think you should. By all means. And no one will know who you are if you're in costume, especially blow-up.
I feel like I don't get covered.
Tumble.
I don't ever know the minute I talk. It gives it away.
It'll be like the masked singer, the masked kickball player.
All right, we're going to go to a commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Sip a handcrafted cocktail. Delight your palate with farm-to-table focused fare. Make lasting memories with the ones you love. The Gorge Eatery is a place where friends and loved ones come together to enjoy scratch cooking in a unique Zen space. Located in the historic Hofford Mill in Weissport, you'll find something very unique to the area. Our newly redesigned event space is ideal for your next special occasion. Perfect for bridal and baby showers, micro-weddings, parties and more. Log on to thehoffordmill.com for more information and upcoming events.
All right, welcome back to the Colossal Community Podcast. We're talking about kickball, and it means that they're going to have an ice cream truck at your event. We're going to be talking about ice cream now. Yeah.
It's like an ice cream night.
Yeah, it's ice cream
I
night.
almost kind of want to go for ice cream after we're done here now.
All right, some facts here. Over the entire lifetime, one dairy cow can produce enough milk for 9,000 gallons of ice cream.
I need a cow. That's what you're telling me.
I didn't say that.
The borough has to change their ordinances. I wonder if I know somebody.
The first ice cream truck was started in 1920. Hawaii is home to an ice cream bean, a fruit that tastes like vanilla ice cream. You know that?
No,
There we have it.
that's very cool.
All right, your trivia question for you guys is, how many pounds of milk does it take to make 1 gallon of ice cream? A3, B15, or C12?
What was my favorite numbers? I think we should put
How many pounds of milk does it take to make 1 gallon of ice cream?
No, go ahead. Don't do ladies first this time. I'll let you pick.
Going 3 pounds.
The correct answer is C, 12 pounds of milk.
Man, I love being a winner.
That's 3 gallons. Like, that's 3 gallons.
Yeah,
You make 1 gallon of ice cream.
make 1 gallon of ice cream.
That's the same.
Right?
Yeah. All right. Some things that Colossal Radio has coming up. If you belong to a band or know a band that is trying to get their name out, contact Dave the Bookie at DaveMiller31@gmail.com, and he'll give you information on how you can promote your band and songs on Colossal Radio. With over 40,000 subscribers to Colossal Radio, we have Doc had guests on that belong to Genesis and the Police. He interviewed people that belong to those bands, and he will play your songs on the radio. So contact Dave the Bookie at DaveMiller31@gmail.com, and he'll set you up that you can promote your band and get your music on Colossal Radio. And there is a giveaway happening right now on Colossal Radio. If you're into dirt track racing, Colossal Radio teamed up with Big Diamond Speedway. They're giving a 4-pack ticket to the Pole Cracker 72. If you win, you get 4 grandstand tickets for the August 31st Pole Cracker 72 race at Big Diamond Speedway in Minersville. And you get a $100 gift card courtesy of Honor Furniture. 1 case of Pole Cracker IPA beer, courtesy of Jim Ford Brewing Company. 4 DNR shirts, courtesy of DNR Racing. And a meet and greet with Brandon Egner, the car number 57, in the grandstands from 4 to 5:30 at Big Diamond Raceway. You must be 21 years old to enter. How you can enter is listen to Colossal Radio every day, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Starting at 9 a.m. and Doc will play the sounder of the car number 57 revving the engine. If you're the first one to email, you are entered in the drawing for that whole package, and that is presented by Harvest Furniture, Bloom's Lawn Care, Jim Ford Brewing Company, and Big Diamond Speedway. So that is coming up as well. And pretty soon, Doc's going to start another contest where you can win a bus trip to go up to the Penn State football game and be involved with the tailgate party up there. So there's lots of things going on at Colossal Radio. Make sure you download the free app to listen or listen on the website. And you can find all that by going on to the Colossal Radio's Facebook page. And you can find all the information on the Diamond Speedway giveaway on the website as well. Got a lot going on. Alright, you guys want to recap about the Kickball League?
Yeah, so I just got a little bit more to add. So looking into next year, I would like to implement some things. So we talked about, team practicing, and I think I would want to add like a 2-week preseason. Get those newer people acclimated to the game before just going right into it. I know it is hard to get people out of practice, it's just not mandatory, so we can have a mandatory preseason at least 2 weeks to get again the new faces acclimated. I really like help teams out a lot. Next year I'm looking to do 2 seasons. Right now we just do 1, so it's about like the 3rd week of June until the 2nd week of August. So next year that would be the 1st season. The 2nd season will run after the weekend of Labor Day. So probably the 2nd last week of October. Also, I reached out to 3 other kickball leagues around the area. Well, not the area, they're a little bit deeper, but Bristol, Warminster, and Lehighton. And and I've been in talks with them of doing the All-Star game. So what we would do is take the top 3 players from each of our teams and go down to them and play their top players for an All-Star game. I think that'll be the first one we've ever had.
Right.
And I think that would just be something to bring the community, that'll bring the community together, attract more players, and help out both teams.
And how can people get in contact?
With us, we do have a Facebook page called the Lehighton Adult Kickball League. You can comment on there or whatever. I got to set up some messaging on there. I don't think there is. If not, you can find me at Stephen Hobbs on Facebook as well.
And what's really cool this year, Steven actually has one of his players who brings a drone. And he does live footage, and he's been doing a lot of really cool videos. And it's really cool to kind of look back at yourself, because in the moment sometimes you feel really cool, and then you look and you're like, ooh. Or something doesn't feel cool, it looks really cool. So just kind of getting to look back, and again, like our teams are we all have text groups between our teams, and you're sending all this video back and forth and commenting, and sending video from other teams and talking about it. So the one other thing, at least the last few years, has been $40 to enter the league. So it's really not that expensive for the amount of time and the games that you get to play. That may change next year, all depending, but I think cost-wise, not bad at all. And you get to make your own shirts, you get to pick your own name, numbers, all that fun stuff. So.
And are you planning on doing any type of fundraising in the future?
We got the Halloween game as of right now. After, like I said, in the off-season, I'll be taking it by the horn a lot harder. But right now, it's just focusing on this ending of the season.
Right.
The Halloween.
Have you been getting positive feedback from players?
Yeah, I mean, players are happy. I mean, I've heard it from, even Sarah's reached out, but other teammates, even her own teammates, even the champions. I mean, everyone's just having fun this year, and that's really what it's about. And to know that they're happy with the way I'm running things, it just makes me want to keep going further and further. So, to the members, if you got any suggestions or anything, please reach out to me, and I'll do what I can to make it happen if I can. And the community, please just come out and see what we're all about. It's a 15-minute drive from Hofford and 10-minute drive from Lehighton. One Sunday, that's all we ask. Come out August 10th and see what we have to offer. You're going to have a great time.
Awesome, ready?
No. I mean, I might do like some cameo appearance, but I don't know if I could commit to a team. I commit to many other things in life, though. That's part of my
I'll
problem.
bring it so you're on my team, and then
But it sounds like a lot of fun. I know you said like your mom did it, what, last weekend, the weekend before? Has your mom done it?
I almost ordered. I almost had my mom like 2 weeks ago.
you know when moms and dads show up, we're in desperate times and desperate
Like I
measures.
said, like, women, please do not be shy. Just come out. If not, we're going to have to start bringing out couples. She's playing, you're playing.
Sign of both of them.
So,
Yeah. Do you notice if the husband does join that the wife is at least supportive, showing up to games and stuff?
yeah.
You could probably coax them in that way. You're here anyway,
I
right?
won't talk to anyone else you have, but for me,
That's how I
my wife does show up.
Yeah.
She enjoys watching me do sports.
See?
Like I said, it's.
She's there anyway. Get her in.
She is. Well, she's pregnant.
Oh, okay.
She was
That's
there
right.
last year, so. But.
So there are some restrictions. No pregnant
If she wanted to
women.
play, I'll let her play catcher, you know? But I don't want her rolling around. But, yeah.
Yeah, I recruited my sister and mom for a game. It was the 3 of us, and we made it the team females, and we have a blast. It's one of those things that I'll look back on and really cherish. Cherish is a really good memory. My mom and my sister. How many people can say that they played a kickball game in an adult league with their mom and sister and won? I had a great time. Didn't get hurt.
Next to nobody on that one.
All right, that's going to do it for us for tonight. You can see us again next Tuesday at the Homerton National Night out in Homerton Park. We'll be there from 6 to 8 p.m. playing all your favorite music. And you can come up and talk to us about Colossal Radio and, of course, our show. And we'll be able to answer all your questions you may have about the radio station and more. And our next live show will be August 11th where it's our 4th annual Fall High School Sports Kickoff Show. We're going to actually have the Lehighton High School marching band, some of the members here, some of the cheerleaders here, and we are working on other guests as well. So it's our 4th annual Fall High School Sports Kickoff Show. And don't forget, Thursday we have a weekly show where we talk about random topics and share upcoming events happening in Harbin County and Poconos. So that is going to do it for us tonight. Thank you guys for coming on. We wish you the best of luck in your league and hope it continues to grow. And if there's any way we can help promote something, let us know. And Becky's going to work on her costume.
Thank you guys for having us. We appreciate everything.
Okay. All right, that's going to do it for us for tonight. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.
I should have suggested a cow. We talked about ice cream. I should have like all my Thank you.